Okay. Oh, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, last week we finished up the main game. Today we're starting the DLC. Bring us closer to finishing this game. I know nothing about it other than that it's quote unquote short. I'm mostly stalling because the shaders are compiling. How long is Rag DLC? Okay, so yeah, it's about 5 to 10 hours. 11 being a completionist run. So not much different than when we did the Red Dead epilogue, which you guys haven't gotten to yet, so I'm not going to talk about it. Ugh. Or no, you guys would be getting to it, I think, right about now. I don't know. Recording and editing and uploading and queuing is just weird for me, because I can record all of this in, say, March or April. You won't be seeing it until, like, end of summer. So I don't know when anything is anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. I used to have control over this. All I know is that we're almost done with the year, recording-wise, and it's only April, because Sunday, Monday, and Saturday are done with Jedi Survivor, Kingdom Hearts, and Final Fantasy Rebirth being queued up till the end of the year. I got Assassin's Creed 3, this, Red Dead, and Star Wars Outlaws to work on to bring those closer to the end of the year. So things are going pretty damn good, I would say, in terms of having only, I think, 90 something, maybe 95 episodes to record, and I'm done for the year. And I know you're saying, well, what the fuck's that mean? That could mean anywhere between 100 hours minimum to record. And if I do 3 to 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's like 20 to 25 hours ballparking. I could get it done in like 2 months if I don't do anything other than just commit. Will I do that? I don't know. Life has a tendency to fuck around. Anyway, it's been long enough. Let's jump into Valhalla. The following content is meant to be experienced after the completion of God of War Ragnarok and will contain spoilers. Yes, we will proceed. This has been your warning. If you did not finish the main story playlist of God of War Ragnarok, I advise you to stop now, turn around, go back to the beginning of the playlist, and start from there. Unless you don't care about spoilers, because then here we go. You know what? Combat-focused adventure that we reward overcoming challenges. You are encouraged to change the difficulty. You know what? We'll start Show Me Resolve. It's the recommended setting. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I was given Coral Island recently, and I'm just like, oh god, this game that everyone I know is playing. That's a throne. Crown. I know words. That is a chair. That is a Kratos.
You are certain you remember nothing of this place?
Oh, nothing that would help us. Tell me, brother, why exactly are we doing this?
I do not know.
Oh, that's comforting.
So we're going to Valhalla at behest of someone inviting us? Who the fuck invited us to Valhalla? How did we get into Valhalla if we're not dead? We did.
Look, I know you expect more from the smartest man alive, but Odin always kept me in the dark about this place. Which is why I urged you to seek Freya's guidance. Repeatedly.
She does not seem eager to speak with me.
Well, quite the opposite, brother. But you tell yourself whatever you need to.
Okay, that's interesting. Is that a Valkyrie? Yeah, it's a Valkyrie. Please don't come to life. Please don't come to life. Ooh, it's missing a wing. I don't like this. It's too quiet. It's too
I see
calm.
a shore ahead. Black sand.
Exactly as described in the invitation. We finally bloody made it.
Who sent the invitation? How long have you been traveling? I have so many questions that the DLC probably will answer, but I don't like waiting. That's one way to stop. So what are we looking at? I like the basalt formations.
Something is happening.
The fuck? I'm here. Talk to me.
Back to basics then.
Explore the black sand shore. See... Okay, so ignoring mythology for just a minute. To my understanding, a location in the real world that has black sand shores and basalt formations is in Norway, I think. Because if I remember right, there is a beach in Norway that has black sand and basalt shores. Or basalt, whatever. And black sand shoreline. Is it Norway that I'm thinking of, or is it Greenland? I was wrong, both count. It is the... So, we all know that I am really, 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 really dumb when it comes to non-English words. The location of which I found is in Iceland. We're just going to play the game of, can JM pronounce that? No, but he's definitely going to find a pronunciation guide because I just feel dumb. Fun fact, it's either Iceland, Hawaii, or California. Because California has black sand beaches and so does Hawaii. Beaches like Panala'u are formed by lava and volcanic entering the ocean. But however, the one in Iceland is the only one to have black sand and the basalt caves. Okay, so I'm going to see how to say this because it's going to bother me if I don't. Reynisfjara. 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 Huh. It translates to Rainier's Beach and is often referred to locally and by tourists simply as the Black Sand Beach near Vik. Reynisfjara. Either way, this is... So, if we're going by, like, you know, the idea that, like, all mythology has some basis in reality, I can understand why people from, like, Norway, Sweden, other Nordic countries would view Iceland in this very alien, like, shoreline as the gates to Valhalla. Especially if you have to get there by boat. Something so far from where that you're from, I can see and understand how the connection would be made. I don't get a map. I don't get nothing. Okay, to be fair, it's a combat adventure thing, so I guess the map would be kind of pointless. So, okay, whatever. I just thought they'd be like a nice
Well,
map.
that felt unsettling. Like we've plunged into a dream.
That's what you're going with? A refresher of controls. Yeah, I definitely need that. Can be found in the codex under lessons. Okay, yep. Yep. The Drop near spear, the shield, L1, yep. Spartan Rage, yep. Runic attacks, yep. Combat. We don't have a lot of health. Again with the Valkyries. So yeah, no, I can totally understand how, like, from a non-mythology standpoint, like, people finding this very alien shore and exploring it, they may find statues of Valkyries, which would be unknown to many, or they would be known depending on, I guess, on your upbringing. You would be like, oh fuck, am I dead? Or, oh fuck, where the hell am I? I must be in another realm.
Doesn't seem anyone's here to welcome us.
See, that alone, that door with the hooded Valkyrie in front of me, yeah, no, I'd be like, turn around. Because I don't want to die. Which is funny, given my history. For legal reasons, that is a joke.
Locked.
I don't suppose you'll take that as our cue to turn around and leave?
Nope. When has Kratos ever taken that as a cue?
To be one's own master.
Master thyself.
A more poetic way of putting it, but yes.
Is that a Matrix reference? Because the whole, like, in the home of the Oracle, over the kitchen door in Latin was the phrase, know thyself. We are now in the lower realms of Valhalla.
Something is wrong. I feel weaker.
Valhalla may not appreciate our breaking in.
How weaker are we, though?
Not the sort of foes I expected to encounter here. Curious.
Why? What did you what the hell did you expect?
Seems it's the way of this place to offer you a choice.
Oh. Okay, drastically increase the power of rising wind skills, low luck chance on any blade hit to grant an increase of strength. Runic stacks 3 times. So that can stack. That one seems not to, so we're going to go with the stackable thing, I guess. Okay. Stats glyphs increase Kratos. Okay. Okay. Let's do it.
At least you're not going in completely hobbled.
Sure. If that's what you want to call it. Here we go again.
Behind you! Incoming!
Another easy win. Helios Flare. Slam bolt. No, I don't like that one. This one, though, I do like. That looks like one of the Yggdrasil doors. Though it doesn't have the same symbols. Kratos, you want to chime in here on what we're looking at?
Perhaps the last remaining pocket of Asgard. Something unreal about it, though. At least this part seems peaceful. We should have a look around.
That's what you want to do?
You truly believe Freya would have aided us in this?
Aided us, talked sense into you. Win-win either way, really. I certainly can't see how there's any benefit to avoiding her.
I am not avoiding her.
Brother, you've gone to bloody Valhalla to avoid her. At least be honest with yourself.
It is not her I'm avoiding. I value Freya.
Well, that I believe. And nice to hear you admit, frankly. I think she values you as well, in her way.
She finds me useful. It is not the same.
Is that really what you think?
I do not believe she understands what she asks of me.
I don't even know what the fuck was... I don't know what the fuck they're being asked of. You want to clue us in there, old boy?
Not permitted that way, it seems. And no way to pry it open.
Sounds like quitter talk to me. Can't go that way either. Okay. What I want to know is, does that mean that Kratos just admitted to having feelings for Freya, and what she wants he can't give, causing there to be an issue? Because I thought we ended things on, what's it called, the end of the game, well, the main game. They're just friends, kind of thing. Like, she just quote unquote got out of a bad divorce. His son just went off to college, kind of with his girlfriend, kind of vibe, and the two of them are like, hey, we need each other, but not in that way. That's how I took it. I don't know if I missed something. You've got to be shitting me. Oh. Okay. Okay. So how far back do we get thrown?
We're back outside.
You marched into Valhalla without even talking to us first?
Nice to see you too, milady.
It was a personal matter, and I would not take you from your duties.
You breached Valhalla. Consider it worth my time. This entrance is secret. Who told you of this place?
Nailed to our door 3 days ago.
Kratos of Sparta, you are hereby invited to a challenge. Face the past to face the future. Master Valhalla, master thyself. And then directions here, no signature.
Who else knows of this entrance?
Odin and us. It's likely a trap.
You're thinking of going back in.
Would you join me?
Oh, don't let me intrude on your personal matter. Besides, I can't. Unlike the two of you, I've never died.
Oh yeah, he has died.
What happens if I return inside?
Well, that depends on you. Valhalla draws from the memories of those who enter. In there, you're an open book. Sure, you want to go back in.
How did you even get past the gate?
I forced it open.
With his bare hands.
He forced it open.
There's an easier way if you insist on going back in. Come.
Sigrun, maybe later we could continue with that one conversation, eh?
For once, Mimir. I think you've said enough.
Ah, right then.
I love their wings. They're so
And the
gorgeous.
other matter we discussed? You're still thinking, I take it?
I am.
Is that what this is? Guess I'll let you think, then.
Was that like a wry smile of like, oh, I know what you're doing? Or is that just her being like, you know what? Do what you want. I don't. Was that her wiping her hands of the whole mess? Because I can't tell what the fuck just happened.
All right, gentlemen. Let's send you in properly prepared this time. First, Valhalla requires you to perform the ritual of selection.
Oh. Okay. Okay, I have to pick a shield. Which one do we always use in the main game? I forget. I think it was this one. Oh no, it was this one. The Shatter Star Shield. Okay, now choose a rage. Let's see, Wrath. Fury.
Good. Now, let my sisters speak to you of Valhalla's rules and its values.
What do you know of this place?
Valhalla seeks to foster wholeness and balance within those who enter. To
Okay.
fully master yourself, you can't rely on only your most familiar tactics.
I use the tactics appropriate to the situation.
Of course, but varying your approach will demonstrate to Valhalla the full mastery of your abilities, and Valhalla will reward such demonstrations.
Okay.
Be
So
sure to come back and see me as you progress.
also, okay, everything about the Valkyries I love design-wise. Their wings are gorgeous. The armor is cool. Their helmets are like the right level of intimidating and alluring, because the Valkyries are always meant to be these like ethereal, over beautiful beings that like would guide you to the next life. So like, design team, perfect, chef kiss.
What have you to say?
The challenge of Valhalla is not merely about overcoming obstacles. It's about the way you overcome them, how you demonstrate mastery of your own powers. We can guide you down a path, but Valhalla will be the judge of your progress. Return to me when you've met a goal, and we will observe the effects.
Okay,
Step up to the gate when you're ready to proceed, and we can begin the ceremony.
so what we learned here is that adaptability is preferred. The more that we diversify our tactics and demonstrate the fullness of all of our skills, the better. And Valhalla is going to be very, hey, you can walk a straight path, but it's how you walk the path that decides if we're going to let you move to the next part
I
of
am ready.
the
Air,
journey.
Gunnar, with me.
Here goes nothing.
Now you can enter Valhalla by this gate, without suffering the penalty of breaching.
Thank you, Sigmund.
So, I made this comment while I was recording Red Dead 2, and I saw this on TikTok. In a way, it is good that Kratos didn't kill Apollo in his Greek trilogy, because being that he's a god of music, could you imagine these games without any fucking gorgeous soundtracks? Like, the gods of music need to be the only ones that live. Valglund. So we're doing this again. So just my...
Any cursed feeling this time?
No, all is well.
Thank you, shield maidens. All right, let's try this whole thing again.
So that's why we fucked. Okay, so it was kind of so in a way it was kind of scripted. remember how the controls work here. We haven't played this game since November, and I'm running on like controls from other games where box is the attack button. Shield Mastery 1 of 5. Rage Mastery 1 of 3. So wait, how do these work? Oh, okay, so got it. Okay. Interesting. They're going to want me to switch everything.
New attempt, new choices to make. A fresh start.
Weapon path. While wielding the blades, stunning, grabbing an enemy grants the gift of strength. Drastically increase the power of the whirlwind sweep and the whirlwind throw skills. We're going to go with this one because I'm going to do those a lot. So I'm going to assume that the first thing we do is like a scripted encounter where like it wouldn't matter how well I played, I was going to lose against those the bad guys.
Mimir, what is at odds between you and Sigrun? Did you anger her?
Again.
I wouldn't say she's angry with me. Irritated, perhaps. Disappointed, certainly. But you needn't worry yourself, brother. I won't let it distract from whatever it is we're doing here.
So I'm going to get stabbed in the dark on this one. I think she's kind of annoyed that he let Kratos take his head off and now he has no body. And she's kind of like, hey, we probably would have figured out a way to get you out of that tree with your whole body. And I'm kind of pissed that you didn't come to us about it. That's my guess. We'll see how it is by the end of the DLC if it gets revealed. Meteoric Slam, Tartarus Rage. Powerful slam attack that rains down fire in a... Two destructive blade slams. Let's go with that one. But yeah, no, I've been playing games where like the control scheme is so different, so I keep hitting box, meaning to attack, and it's not attacking, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Asgard Sanctuary.
So, this is no piece of Asgard at all. Just something spun from your memory of it. Fascinating.
Right?
Brother, I must admit, Freya's idea does make quite a bit of sense to me.
Does it?
What better god of war could the realms ask for than the general who won Ragnarok, and won it trying to save lives? With you on board, our whole peacekeeping council could really do some good.
This position, this title, I have held it before. You know what happened. She knows what happened.
Of course we do. But why should who you used to be matter more than who you are now? Can't you see how far you've come?
However far I have come, I have done it running from that life, that title, that throne.
Aye.
Both valid points. Like, the idea that like we all run from something, whether we like it or not, and like sometimes we do become better when we run from something or get further away from it. So there is a validity to him saying, no, I've become a better person because I'm no longer the quote-unquote god of war. He has valid reason to fear becoming it again. It could be very much a regression of any progress he made in his mind. However, the other side of it is, like Mimir's pointing out, you weren't ready to be that god of war then. Since you've made all this progress, you are now better suited to be the god of war now. Also, factoring in, before he was just doing it out of rage, revenge, entitlement, youthful ignorance, etc. Now he is wiser, he is older, he is more experienced, he is a father that isn't acting out of grief and vengeance over losing a child. He is doing it with a whole different person than he did before. So him being God of War then versus being God of War now would be two different gods. So yeah, both sides have valid takes on why to or not to take that position.
Fire, right flank! Raider, left flank!
So yeah, no, I can definitely see both sides arguing this idea that like Kratos should be the god of war in a peacetime versus being a god of war during wartime. I definitely get it, and I'm definitely curious to where the fuck this is going to go, especially because I have no idea who the fucking sent that invitation. Was it Valhalla itself? Is this one of those stories where like the realm of the dead is actually personified and has like its own conscience? Or is there someone in Valhalla, for example, Odin, who's like, hey, I'm still pissed at you. Come get fucked. Hades Retribution. Cyclone of Chaos. Let's go with that one. Either way, I am definitely very intrigued to see where we go with this whole... It's a short story, but I definitely want to know where it goes. Also, I do love this idea that over the idea of like, oh, the afterlife is always going to be this paradise or like hellscape. It's whatever you make it. The afterlife is constructed from your experience, your view of life, so that way you can learn to come to terms with your no longer existing self. All of it I love. It's good storytelling and it's good exploration of the self.
I suppose this is about how you remember Jotunheim, eh?
I do agree with you about Freya's counsel. It is a noble idea. It should succeed on her merits.
How's that, brother?
Freya is known to the realms and native to them, respected by all, an experienced leader.
Yeah,
Experienced enough to know that a shared power is best for the people.
true.
That she would share power proves she is worthy to wield it.
Even so, why make her wield it alone? Without Odin, the realms have a chance to forge a new peace. When conflicts do arise and can't be talked through, a god of war ensures those conflicts have rules and enforces them. They need might and judgment and credibility across the realms. Who else would she pick, brother?
So this reminds me, this little dialogue here reminds me of the idea, was it firm but fair in terms of parenting? The idea that you can be, have strong boundaries with the people that you are charged with overseeing the development of. You can have those strong boundaries, but it cannot be done in a way that you only inspire fear. You have to inspire respect. You have to inspire consistency and a wider range of understanding. So what Mimir is suggesting, and I agree with this, if peace cannot be maintained for whatever reason, and there is to be conflict, who else but someone who understands the horrors and ravages of unchecked, furious war to ensure that is not where it winds up? A god of war who does not want it to get that bloody, that grotesque, that inhumane, would be the perfect one to be like, hey, here are the rules. Here's how you're going to conduct yourselves, and this is what's going to happen.
Seems there's a way at hand to bargain with Valhalla directly.
Tablet of Endeavor. Glyphs purchased at the tablet will be lost at the end of an attempt. Acquired a runic glyphs can upgrade it for this attempt. Press box to get progress. Okay. Maybe restore Kratos. Okay. Immediately restore moderate amount of rage. Can I buy both? Destroyer's health burst. Very high luck chance to grant health bursts on any successful runic attack kill. Ooh. I can upgrade these. Okay. So no, I like this idea that it seems like this whole DLC is Kratos' way of coming to terms with the idea that he is qualified to be the God of War now, and he would be a far better God of War than he was in the past. Especially because it would be a shared power, and he wouldn't be doing it for the sake of it. He'd be doing it to ensure the best outcome. All in all, like I said, just a very phenomenal idea to explore his going from this violent man from the first 3 games to becoming this.
Watch your leg! Behind you, watch out!
Ooh, good dodge, good dodge. I also like the idea of it being done like this instead of like a whole sprawling story like we did in the main game, because this way it gives this idea that he's working through it in a way that works for his brain, which is combat. He's fighting through his own doubts. Aggressor's resolve, damage, and has increased stagger resistance during his basic attacks and skills. While blocking, take less damage from unblockable attacks and attacks from behind. I'll be honest, I don't defend myself enough, so let's go with the one I do, which is bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, no more. That Stitch meme.
And this must be how you remember Spotify.
Spotify.
Rhea knows I would not refuse to aid her in need.
True.
I have done and will do my part to fight for peace,
Yeah.
regardless of title, regardless of whether I sit in authority.
That's true.
You know as well as I do there's power in words. Oaths. The people need to know you're committed to them and to yourself. That you'll be there for them. And I know that you will. I understand you've got misgivings, man. But you've put your past behind you. We all see it.
You do not know everything that I am.
That you were. You've told me of your past, and yes, much of it was horrible. But you've proven over and over again that you're not that man anymore.
I like how, okay, full disclosure, this is a, like, one of the reasons I love God of War, despite the fact that I didn't think I was going to. Having done therapy, having worked on myself a lot in the past, one thing I like about Kratos is that he demonstrates this, like, problem that a lot of men have. I'm not gonna say all men, because some of them are actually actualized, had healthy upbringings, and they're perfectly not fucked up. Good for you guys. For the rest of us who are fucked up, this idea that because you've made mistakes, you've made bad choices, that you are, even no amount of good you do cannot reset this cosmic scale to make it lean one side good, one side bad type deal. And I know this is that's something that regardless of gender you can have, but for men, because we're talking God of War, it's a story about masculinity. There is a toxic masculine thing that no matter how good you are, the bad you did can't be forgotten, which is true. You can't just erase the bad. But I do like how Mimir, being a healthier take on masculinity most of the time, brings into comment this idea that, yeah, you were a monster, but you have chosen to be more of a man now. That does not mean you are forever going to be that monster in your past. Is everyone going to remember your monstrous past? Probably, maybe. But that should not negate any opportunity for you to constantly choose, time and again, to be the man you know you can be. Because that's the biggest thing about Kratos. He has been choosing for the last 2 games to be a better man, to be a better father, better husband, etc. And he has chosen that when it would have been so much easier to just regress back into being the monster. So there is this idea that, all in all, Kratos is making himself a better man because of the fact that he's like, no, this is who I want to be. It will not be easy. It will not be whatever. But he's still going to make the effort. And personally, I love that, story-wise. It gives me this amazing sense that the creators are trying to convey this message that, hey, it should not matter at what point you start your journey of self-healing, self-discovery, whatever, as long as you do it with intention and do it earnestly, no matter what you confront along the way, it will be worth it. You are not special, because everyone has to do this shit, but that does not negate the intrinsic value you have just existing. I'm going to probably ramble a lot about the psychology and shit in this, because dear God, I'm loving it. I'm waiting for the combat to start. There it is.
Rocket on the left! Above you, brothers!
Get hooked. You said above me. Oh, there. Gotcha. Okay, there's usually always a dude that, I mean, we've been seeing constantly. There's been people like with health bars, so. There it is. I'm like, there's always a dude that has a corpse. I'm kind of expecting there to be a bit more in the fashion of like, hey, here's some story, but I'm wondering if that's going to be as we progress. Another mastery seal. That's cool. I'm not seeing anything else. All right, so we can pass on. Oh, that's just a throwable. Never mind. Moving on. Asgard Sanctuary. Oh, we're back here. Okay.
There. That is the path we seek. A way up and forward. Valhalla's inner reaches. I can feel it.
If there's an upside to this Valhalla madness, at least it's good to see you in action again. You're already more your cheery self than I've seen in moons. Without Atreus or a fight in front of you, I wondered after your well-being.
Combat can be terrifying.
It's true. I am a pacifist as fuck. I do not like the idea of needless combat. I don't like the idea of violence without purpose, which many will say there's no purpose to violence. I disagree. There is purpose sometimes. I'm just very picky about what that purpose can be. But I do like how they acknowledge that, you know, for some people, violence can be clarifying. Because in a life or death combative situation, you can't be hung up on certain things. You kind of get forced to become so tunnel visioned that only the most important things will be able to register in your brain. Oh, that's...
What is this?
You recognize your old seat, don't you? Kratos. I have not forgotten the debt I owe you.
The fuck?